Hey, good morning all. Welcome. As you can see right away, it was a rainy morning in Atlanta. And looks like I checked the weather, and it looks like the entire flight, it's going to be cloudy. And we're going to take it up to New York. And New York seems to be raining also. So, should make an interesting flight going up there. We're going all the way up to LaGuardia. And the weather in LaGuardia is not better than this, so I was trying to see if I can get some New York's scenery landing in there. But we'll see what happens if it changes or if we get a break in the clouds so we can see lower Manhattan and which runway we're going to be using there. But welcome to Atlanta. Atlanta Airport is one of the biggest airports, well, the busiest airports in the Northeast United States. And a lot of traffic going in and out of here on a daily basis. Delta hub, and it's just busy. Anyway, we're not flying Delta today. We are flying on the Boeing 787-800, aka Zibo mod, aka RG mod, and I'm loving this airplane here. So I decided to take it up to New York this morning from Atlanta and see what kind of fun we can have with it. Yeah, really well done. Everything about this plane is well done, and we're going to be enjoying it today. Sorry, guy, we got to stand in the rain this morning, but here we are. So let's go ahead and jump in it and start it up. We are cold and dark, as usual. Well, let's do this. Alright, battery is on, fired up. We got voltage on the battery, 24 volts, 13 amps, we're good to go. Standby power, we're gonna fire up also, and arm the emergency lights. We're good. And it looks like we have some ground power available. And let me just do something here with the settings. Extras. Others. Align. I'll do a little longer align time here. Save that. Good. Config save. It was aligning a little bit too quick for my liking. So let's come back here. Anyway, let's get some ground power on this airplane. Fire it up. Awesome. And let's go ahead and align the RSs right away. Let's not wait. Those are going to take a little bit longer to come up this time than the last time when we flew this airplane. So on bat DC. So we're gonna go to nav. There we go. Nav mode. Alright, so both irises are aligned. You can also check the alignment time up here by flipping this, and it's saying 5 minutes or less for the alignment to come up. So, alright. While we're at it, let's put on the no smoking sign. And let's warm up the window heat for now. And let's turn on the electric pumps. And let me just go ahead and check the outside temperature. It is 16 degrees outside, so a little bit chilly. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the APU while I'm at it too. Start. 1, 2, 3. And that's coming up really good. Alright, APU is firing up. It's good. We get alignment still. And we got to enter the iris position as the FMC is asking us to do. So that posinet, we are KATL. Go to the second page, copy the GPS position, paste it in here, and we're good to go. We're going to KLGA for LaGuardia. That's going to be our route today. Let's also connect to Squawk Box. We don't anticipate having any ATC today, but we'll just fly online if anybody wants to follow along while we're flying. Good deal. Alright. Alright, we're still being aligned there. Make sure we set up everything else in the overhead we need set up. Let's come over here and do the beacon lights, so that people know that we're on the aircraft and we're going to be working on it or getting it ready to go. And while I'm up here, we also set the flight level. We're going up to flight level, say 350. Is that what we filed? 350. Pretty good. Alright, and last thing, set the parking brake so we can get the jet bridge to come. I'm not sure if there's auto gate working at this airport. Oh, yes it is. Here comes the jet bridge. Awesome. This airport is nice. Nicely done. Alright, let's enter some fuel and weights and let's start the boarding process here since the airplane is ready to be boarded. APU is available. Let's turn it on. And let's also go ahead and turn on APU bleed. And the pack's already on. And here's the pressure going up. Let's set the temperature here so we can get some decent cabin temperature. Alright, cabin temperature is coming up nicely. Alright. Alright, let's put in our flight plan. Everything we've done here is by SimBrief. And based on what SimBrief is saying, I'm just going to throw everything here as quick as possible. My flight plan. And then we're going to check the weather and see what the winds are doing and see where we're going to be going from here. Alright, we're going to be taking off 27 right. And with the Jack 2 departure, first waypoint is Kellen, K-E-L-L-N. Got a break in the rain there. Then direct BYJAC, B-Y-J-A-C. Q60 waypoint. Then from Q6 to Jackson, J-A-X-S-N. And direct HPW. And from HPW J191. J191. And PXT. And that's going to take us into the Curry 4 arrival. Let's activate that. Activate. Arrival. Departure. 27 right. Let me take a look at the airport. That might going to end up being a 27 left. No, 27 right is correct. That's what we're going to be taking. So, Jack 2. 27 right, Kellen transition. Perfect. Execute. Arrival is going to be Curry 4, PXT transition. And right now it's giving us ILS runway 4, so straight in, which is pretty good. Okay, I like that. Let's check the legs out. Irises are aligned, which is good. Let's go ahead and do the plan mode, skip through it and make sure that we're all set to go. Alright, so we're going to take off to 7, to football, Zale, we're going to head north. KLM, Bijack, hubs. Hold on. Let's go back a page here. From HBW we go to hubs, then PXT, Garrett, Rigby, and we're just going to go on the Curry 4 into LaGuardia. Yep, perfect. So our plan is set up and we are good to go there. Wow, it is raining outside. Go back to the menu, Fmod sounds, and start the announcements. No. Flight control, there we go. Start the boarding process there. Hey, morning Max, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Yeah, we're in Atlanta right now. It's raining like crazy, and we're going to go up to LaGuardia. So, it's going to be fun, fun, fun. Alright, let's jump back in the cockpit. Finish our setup process so we can get out of here. Alright, let's see. Weight and fuel. Pounds, definitely. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, let's see. Fuel, 17.7 pounds of fuel is what we're going to need today. And our payload is going to be 41.6. And the Mac is 150.6 as a total weight. Perfect. That's good to go. Can't believe how much it's raining here today, man. Wow. Yeah, Max. The FPS can be crazy sometime in X-Plane, where you're good 1 minute, then it drops down, and you literally have to go through and check every plugin you have or scenery and see what's causing it. And also, sometimes it's the scenery, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just that bad, you know? But with time, you'll get to figure out how to do everything. Alright, give me 1 second here. Okay, zero fuel weight 132. SimBrief is saying that our cost index this morning is going to be 15. The reserves on the fuel is going to be 2.3. And the cruise is going to be 350. So we're maxing out on the cruise altitude here. The max cruise allowed is 3.1, and we're going to go to 3.0. I'm sorry, 350, and 351 is the max. But that's fine. And the top of climb wind is 265 at 070. So we're going to have some kind of a tailwind, which is good. Alright. And outside air temperature is minus 49 Fahrenheit. Transition altitude 18,000 feet. Set that in there. And 16 degrees outside right now. And we're going to do a D-rate 94.5. Perfect. flat 5 takeoff. And we have our V speeds, 142, 143, 150. So that means for us, we're going to climb out at 165. It's going to be our climb out speed. Yeah, if you got the RG mod, basically once you have the plane set up, just copy the contents of the RG mod folder over to the airplane folder. I think in the RG mod folder you have several options. If I can remember correctly, it's going to be the first one. I'll look it up for you and see which one. Once you copy it over, it should just be on the plane. I know there are also engine choices that you can set up too on it. I haven't messed around with that. I'll play with the engines that I have right now. And you said you're going skiing? What do you mean by that? Your frames are bad, or you're actually literally going skiing? Alright, looks like our FMC is set up. And we just got to set up for the departure. I look up my departure here in the charts. Man, I am missing my electronic flight bag like we have in the Flight Factor. If I could have one right here, it would be perfect. Never designed the software before, but I think I would design the software if I could. I'm going to look into it and see if I can get one for this plane, man. Alright, Jack 2 departure is what we said we're taking. 272. Just make sure that's the one. Yep, to football, Zally. So with the Jack 2 departure, 27 right, we are looking at climb heading 275. Okay, good. And 10,000 top altitude. So let's put that there. So that is in. Perfect. Let's bring on the fuel pumps because we're going to get ready to push and get out of here. And let's see, turn on the fast seatbelt sign at this time. Oh, you're driving to skiing. Ah, that's cool. Must be nice, man. I've always done Caribbean vacations or vacations to tropical destination. I need to do a ski vacation. Got a Delta heading out here. He's taxiing out to the gate to 27 right where we're going to go. So it means we're going to be pushing and going nose to the right on our push out. Alright, I think we are good to go. Start better pushback. Push nose right.
Cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Alright. We want to go here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And what's our squawk code today? Let's see. Alright. Squawk mode Charlie. Turn on the anti-collision lights. Yeah, there's a CSL file for X-Squawk box called Bluebell CSL. Just Google Bluebell CSL X-Plane and it will give you all the model matching for the planes. There we go. I have the Bluebell. Yeah, I just saw that. So yeah, the Bluebell CSL is perfect.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, we are switched over on APU. It's good. Alright, let's run down the panels one more time. We'll leave the yaw damper on until after engine start. Fuel pumps are on. Standby power is on. And here we go. Rain slowing up. Good. Can turn on the galley power, which is good. Seatbelt signs in. No smoking sign is on. Anti-collision is on. Altitude is set. Good. Yeah, it definitely works better in X-Plane 11 than it did in 10.
No connected and white gas been inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
There goes the jet bridge. Okay. Turn off the packs. And let's start this engine. We're going to put number 2 in first. N2 is rising, that's good. Good sign. Once it gets to 22 or 23, then we can put fuel in, like now. Fuel's in. Let's turn these wipers on. Start a cutout. Let's start 1. Oop. Wrong step. Let's start 1 right here. Not fuel first. We gotta turn the engine over. And we got N2 rotation.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, parking brake can be set. Get fuel in.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
EGT is rising. Yeah, sometimes installing software X-Plane is finicky. Works good, sometimes doesn't work. Just got to play around. Worse if you use a Mac. If you use a PC, it's much better, much support. And I'm a Mac guy, but I have a PC specifically for X-Plane itself. Alright, engine 2 starter cutout. That's good. Which in this engine goes up to about 20 on the N1. We know it's available. There it is. Generators. Switch over. Pitot heat can come on. Turn off APU bleed. Turn on the engine bleeds. Turn on the packs. Cabin temperature is just about where I need them to be. Perfect. Warm it up just a little bit. Good deal. All right.
Disconnected and white gas bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left.
Continuous.
Next time and have a safe flight.
APU can come off. Good to go. RTO on the brakes. Set the flight directors. And arm LNAV and VNAV for guidance. Here goes the tug. Thank you, guy. Good to go. Alright, come down here, flat 5 takeoff. 1, 2, 5 on the flaps. Set the trim. And, almost before we forget, your damper can come on. And do a check. Alright, no problem. all is good to go. We have no ATC coverage as far as I know yet. Only Jacksonville is online. That's good. Keep that there. Alright, let's get out of here, folks. And one more thing, let's check the flight controls. Left, right, up, down. Good to go. Alright. Yeah, alright, so we're taxiing out to runway 27 right. On this hour 40 minutes flight to New York. Trucks, these catering trucks have no respect, man. No traffic. Good, we can make the right here. Take this taxiway all the way up to the end. Yeah, definitely make sure they have the window heat on. That has happened before. All of a sudden it gets frosted up. A lot of people got caught off guard with that because, you know, they updated the Zibo bod not knowing exactly what was updated. All of a sudden they get frosted windows above 10,000 feet. And they're like, what happened? The plane's broken. No, it's not. It's just more realistic now. Yeah, this airport is a pay-aware scenery by Nauru, Atlanta. It's pretty good. It's heavy on frames though. Always get bad frame rate in this airport for some reason. But I could live with it, I guess. Back on the taxiway here. And yeah, this airport is decently modeled. This is from X-Plane 10 days. I think they're going to do an update on it, or one was done recently. Why do we have two taxi lines here? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, Portland is laggy because of all the mountains and stuff. But do you have the Mr. X scenery for Portland? That's a good scenery for that airport. Alright. We got a Delta up here, but let's sit on our flight attendants. Bring on our lights. And I gotta wait for this Delta to take off. Turn here, line up behind him, wait for him to go. Yeah, Mr. X is it's good scenery for Portland. It's beautiful flying out of there too. I think I did a Portland, San Fran a couple days ago. All right, let's hang out behind the Delta and set the parking brake. Come on, Delta, you gonna go? That's an Airbus, yeah. Wonder if it's a flight factor. Let me see if I can look up and see who's that. Delta 1891. And he is going to Tampa today, 31,000 feet. And I wonder if he's going to move. Let me go over to Unicom 122.8. Should have been on Unicom before. There we go. Don't want to be rude and go through this guy, but aircraft holding 427 right, go ahead. Oh, that's Delta 1981. Okay. So he's asking me to go through him. All right, let's set the clocks here. Let's arm the auto throttle, and we're good to go. And we're gonna break some immersion here, but we're gonna go through this guy because he's asking me to go ahead. Wow. Alright, we can bring on the strobes. Anti-collision is on. Beacon light is on. Don't look now. We're going through an airplane. I guess he's having some issues. Jeez, immersion ruined. It's all good. Alright, we got a crosswind here coming from the right side. If you look at the wind weather vane here. But alright, 40% N1 Toga. Might as well. And let's put in a little bit of aileron because of the crosswind. Airspeed alive. Push 80 knots checked. V1. Rotate. Oh, it's a little too early on my V1, but we're good to go. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Let's get back on the flight path. As we stream out of Atlanta. There we go. Speed's good. Flying's good. Here we go, folks. Good to go. Still climbing out. Following the SID. Alright, flap 1. And we're going to hand fly this as long as possible. Speed's climbing. Let's turn off these wipers. There we go. Flap up. Let's get the speed under control here, start to climb, and make the left turn. And sometimes it's hard to hand fly when you can't see the horizon. Put the nose down here a little bit. Woo! Beauty. Cloud wall, look at that. $6,000 feet, still climbing. Somewhat of a full flight today, so it's kind of heavy. $2,000 go to 10,000. Got clearance up to flight level 230. Let's put it up there. And let's make the left on the sit here. Watch our climb rate. That's why these airplanes are meant for two pilots, man, not one. Trying to pay attention to altitude and fly in IMC is difficult. Take your eye off the plane for a second and you're in a bad spot. Alright, let's bring over the autopilot here. Command 1. Plane is in a good position. We're climbing 230 knots, almost at 10,000 feet. In the clouds. Here she goes. Okay. 10,000. Let's clean up the airplane. Gears to the off position. Lights can come off. And go back to auto. We got traffic out here 400 feet below us. That's no factor. And the runway is right over here somewhere. Hey, what's going on, awesome guy? Thanks for joining the stream, man. We're flying up to LaGuardia from Atlanta here. Crappy weather in Atlanta, crappy weather in LaGuardia. But we'll make it. Traffic right to my left. 2,000 feet below. We're not going to see him. He's in the clouds. Alright, let's check the pressurization. Make sure the cabin is pressurizing so we don't all die. Alright, cabin pressure is climbing. Cabin altitude is climbing. That's good to go. 35,000 feet is set. What's cabin temperature like? Cabin temperature is good. 23C. We'll work with that. Make it 22C. There we go. And pitot weight is on. Window weight is on. And everything is behaving. Let's clean up here. Turn the auto brake to off. flap up. We didn't do that now, did we? Here we go. We forgot to go flap off, but now we're going to get to our climbing speed as 270 knots down here. Good airplane. Airplane kept our speed below 250 until we did full flap up. But that's what you get when you got one guy flying. Get terrain radar, get the weather radar. Good. X-Envir is so beautiful sometimes. Look at that gap in the cloud right there. That is beautiful. Nah, man, no more go around this time. We're gonna land it one shot in LaGuardia today, even though the weather is crappy in New York. But I think we're gonna get the ILS-4 going into New York today, so we should be fine. Should be is the word. Too bad we can't get to see the ortho scenery out here. It's pretty nice. Alright, everything is cleaned up, climb speed is good, coming up to transition altitude. Got good fuel on board, climb out speed is 271 knots. And let's take it up to a flight level 350. Here we go. Standard, good. All right, not bad takeoff climb out here. For the most part, we had everything under control, and it was nice to hand fly this airplane again. Yeah, what I like about the RG mod is these textures right here on this panel, and also right here. It's very nice texturing. In addition to just a dark cockpit scheme there. It is very nice. Alright, extend the range out to 40 miles. Cabin pressure is good. Altitude 5,000 feet on the cabin altitude. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. There she goes. Beautiful livery. Very nice. think somebody designed a dirty livery for this plane. This livery is clean. Someone designed like a same livery, but they cut the dirt spots on them. It looks really good. I'm gonna try it. Probably put it on the IXCG. Now, when I checked the weather this morning for this flight, we had this weather front going all the way up the East Coast, all the way up into New York. I'm gonna do something here real quick, ruin you guys' immersion for a second. Let me do a CAVOC for the next 5 minutes, just so we can look outside. Still have the right weather, still have the right outside winds, but we just get rid of the clouds for a little bit. Just wanted to see outside and see what it looks like. That is nice. Yeah, you guys could see with XNVAR 1.08, the 1.07, the shader that they gave me did a very nice job of cleaning up the haze that we used to see, where we couldn't even see the ground when we were flying, and it blends nicely with the horizon. Before, it was just like the original X-Plane 11 shade or haze where you couldn't see anything at all. It was just so hazy. Now it's way better than it used to be before, and I like that. And thanks for the subscribe, awesome guy. Appreciate it. But that ortho is gorgeous. And don't stress over hard drive size for this kind of ortho, because this is only ZL15 for the flyover places. You know, some guys are doing 18 and 19. I don't have that amount of hard drive space for it, but it's just ZL15. Makes it a whole lot better to look at when you're flying, especially longer flights. You know, you can get to look out the window and see what's going on. Got an airport right here. Yeah. Alright, let's check on the progress of our plane. 28,000 feet, 7,000 feet to go to our cruise altitude. And let's see what kind of cruise they're going to give us. We're going to cruise at 0.78. We're going to bump it up to 80. Let's get some light on the panel here. There we go. It's better. Now we can see it. And then once we get to cruise altitude, we can look at our ETA and see when we're going to come in. Menu, extras, Fmod sounds, announcements. Alright, coming up to cruise soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, from flight deck, I will be turning off the seatbelt signs shortly. We've got a top-notch cabin crew to serve you, and they should be able to begin that great service very soon.
16 terabyte of space dedicated to ortho. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you can, you should, you know, because it does look nice at the higher zoom levels, but I don't know, that's a lot of ortho space. 16 terabytes. Wow. That is crazy. Now, I think I'm going to end up in maybe like 4 terabytes when I'm done total. If that much, maybe 2 terabytes with the way I do it. Alright, what do we have going on here? Our speed's dropping. Okay. Need to pick up speed. Just saw the aircraft nose over for a little bit there, but I guess with our weight and our final cruise altitude here, we gotta gain some speed before we start climbing again. That does happen. Yep. what we could do is, let's see. Let's do a speed intervene, drop it down here, and then that allows us to climb, get to our cruise altitude, and we can speed it back up. Yeah, because when we set up the flight, it did tell us that our maximum cruise altitude at this weight was 35,100 feet, so we're going to be right on the limit there for it. So let's slow it down a little bit, get it to 35,000 feet, and then we'll speed it up. So we are heavy, because that takeoff out of Atlanta was a long run just to get to V1. So I guess we're carrying full load of passengers and a lot of cargo on it. Alright, 1,000 to go.
1,000 to go.
Check. Can't wait for XEnviro to fix this weather situation where we can actually get the weather radar to work with them. Right now it only works at default weather and SkyMax Pro, but I prefer the weather setup in XEnviro. That's why I use it. I do have SkyMax Pro, but I don't use it at all. It just doesn't extend all the way to the horizon like this does. Alright, coming up on top of climb, and we will go ahead and put it back into, turn off the speed intervene, get the speed back up to where it needs to be. There it is, speed intervene, can come in, and now we're going to speed all the way back to Mach 0.78. Pretty good. Alright. Alright, speeding up to our final cruise altitude here. Let's go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. Set them down. Traffic hour level going south 40 miles away. Can't see it though, too far. What a beautiful cockpit this is. The only thing I realize in real life, when I'm boarding a 737-800 and I look in the cockpit, the screens in real life look bigger than it looks in the sim. I'm actually amazed when I see it in real. I know that the proportions, dimensions here are accurate, you know, but when you see it in real life, when you look at it and you peek in the cockpit when you're boarding the airplane, these screens look way bigger. They really do. Yeah, awesome guy. The flight yesterday was good. Not sure if he joined us for both legs. We did the flight factor from San Diego to San Fran. No, I'm sorry, we did Zibo up to San Fran from San Diego, and then we did the flight factor on the way back. Worked out good. Got a nice visual approach. Nothing too interesting. We got vectors around a little bit because we were too high, and that was ATC's fault. But everything went smoothly. The video is up now. Go all the way to the end and watch it. The last 10 minutes of the video, and you'll see how the landing was. But it was good. It was not a bad day. It's not like when we landed in Calgary, I can tell you that much. It was pretty awesome. We got a tailwind, 77 knot tailwind, 509 across the ground, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed us up here. Speed intervene and do 0.80. That will help with this flight. Got somebody out here, 20 miles out off to our right. I know we're not going to be able to see that person, but somebody's heading our direction. Alright, so let's see. Descent. We have 427 miles to go to our top of descent at 1447 Zulu. So that's going to be... No, we're not on Z time yet. We're 1447. Time is wrong. Sorry, 1647. No, time is right. So we're looking at cruise time about 50 minutes, somewhere around there. 50 minutes in cruise before we start our top of descent. About 15 miles out off to our right. Traffic. We might be able to see this guy, man. He's fairly close. Look at the north through the clouds. That's pretty. That's some beautiful scenery. Sync up our heading here. It's funny how I'm way more relaxed flying this plane than I am flying the Flight Factor, the A320. Just because I don't know the system's that good in the Airbus. Let's do that. This is way easier and way more relaxing to fly. another airport. Okay. Charlotte's coming up 40 miles off to our right side. Those clouds again. Hold on. Let's turn these off one more time. I want to see Charlotte. Yeah, that's Charlotte right here. Charlotte International Airport. Through the haze. Charlotte right off the nose right here. And if you're sitting on the right side, you should be able to see it. Yeah. This airport has a crazy approach. Basically come over a hill and come down into the runway on this side over here, and it just drops off. We got some airplanes on the ground over here. Yeah, we do. Very nice. What's going on with this patch here? Different color ortho scenery. Interesting. Alright, 512 across the ground. Let me give it a little bit more speed. Let me max out this plane. Mach 0.82. Check on fuel. Make sure our fuel burn is good. According to SimBrief, we are outside of Bijack. Okay, that's going to be our next waypoint. At Bijack, we should have 11.8 in fuel. And let's see, 10, yep. We have 11 point, let's see, 11.7. Okay, we're pretty much on board as far as fuel is concerned, which is good. So so we can speed up the airplane some more and not worry about fuel at all. 525 across the ground, 474 true airspeed. Alright, so we are on target with fuel. I think I'm missing a tile here. Yeah, I am. Ortho versus regular scenery. Alright, we're doing good. Turn these screens down a little bit. There we go. I like that. This panel's a little bit too bright for my liking. Where's the one for that? Yeah, I think coming up this week, I'm gonna be streaming the D-Den Challenger 300, the first business jet that I ever bought for the X-plane, and it was a nice plane to fly. Still is. Haven't flown it in about a year. He did do a software update for it, and that software update brought it up to X-plane 11 with the reflections. Now it has the FMC in it. It's still a default FMC, but the default FMC is better because it does allow you to do SIDS and stars and select all the approach and runways and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and stream that later on this week sometime. Not exactly sure which day. Take a 1 or 2 day break from streaming these airliners. And with that business jet, you can get it in and out of small airports that we normally don't fly into. This cruise ceiling on that one, I think it's like 42 or 43,000 feet. And it's fast. It climbs like a rocket. What's interesting about it and fun about it is that there's no auto throttle on there. So you got to manage the throttle through the entire flight. So you got to pay attention. As far as I know, there's no VNAV that works in that plane. And then it's all using either V-speed, VS, or flight level change to make it work. And it's fun and challenging to fly. The weather radar works on it. The traffic alert works on it. The sounds are updated on it. It's a challenge to hand fly, to be honest. And it's a challenge to land, especially in crosswind landings. And as far as they say, some real-world pilots said that's exactly how the airplane is. So we're going to fly that later on this week. Something different. A GA jet airplane. Probably fly out of either Boca Raton, Florida, or somewhere around there. And then take it to the Caribbean or something like that. Take it down to Jamaica, maybe. So I'm going to set that up and later on this week go ahead and stream that. It's a good plane though. It really is nice. One of my first real purchase on X-plane when I started simming. And guys, if you're just joining me, we just left Atlanta. We're going up to LaGuardia today, and the weather is not too good in LaGuardia, but hopefully on descent we can get to see New York City, Manhattan. The runway we're going on is runway 4, which just basically gives us a straight-in approach, and should have Manhattan off to our left side when we're landing, and Lower Manhattan, Statue of Liberty, things like that should be there. Hopefully the weather is clear up enough that we can see that stuff when we're going in for the approach later. We left Atlanta about 35 minutes ago. We still have about 300 miles for top of descent, and we should be descending in about 39 minutes from now. So we got a little bit of ways to go before the descent into New York. This is the longer end of the flights I do. Usually I'm like a 1 hour 10, 1 hour 20 minute flight time person. This one is what, 1 hour 40 minutes? Yeah, 140. Yeah, I used to do 3 hour flights and things like that, but after a while it's like, you know, wasn't as much fun anymore. Here comes the clouds. But yeah, later this week I'm going to be doing the Challenger 300. It's a nice plane. It's a nice interior. Window shades move, the folding tables move, you got the bathroom in the back. It's pretty sweet.
From the flight deck, your captain here, between a road below and some great cloud formations, we have a lovely view outside the aircraft today. Mother Nature at her best. Almost at the halfway point of this flight. And on speed, on time, and on target for it. But these doesn't work. Forecast, no, it doesn't work at all. See, ATC, that's on. We have DC Center coming up. Okay. Could tune to DC Center here in a little bit. 13372 for DC Center. Let's go ahead and tune that in. We're going to be flying through his airspace anyway. 13372. Go ahead and monitor them too while we're at it.
Well, hold on, Citroen, good job.
Got this picture and I already contacted it.
Passing report out.
As a matter of fact, we are in DC Center right now.
Guys,
Let me go ahead and check in with them. Hi, good morning, DC Center. Southwest 2806, flight level 350.
Delta 2806, Washington Center. Is wanting to swap 3767.
Squawk 3767, Southwest 2806. 3767.
For 183 Delta Alpha, turn 10 degrees right, descend and maintain 3000. Degrees right, 10
Alright.
3000, 183 Delta.
And we'll do a flash on the ident so he'll see us on the screen. There we go. Perfect. Perfect timing.
Alpha 541. Radar contact, stay up.
Southwest 541 passing 4000.
Southwest 541, Roger. Further print National 1 Virgin. After you fly runway heading up runway 1 center. The turn left heading 180, exit for C. 5,000 ground.
The 180,
Southwest 541, turn left heading 180, maintain 5,000.
180 and 5,000.
Just waiting for him to acknowledge us here.
All Alpha 16 right, fully ready. Papa Charlie.
For 112 Bob Charlie, thanks to wind.
Sounds like he's busy.
Right. Sorry, the Manassas wind 16 right, 6 runway 16 right, 3rd for takeoff.
Flight takeoff 16 right. Charlie.
Come on, acknowledge us.
Southwest 28 structure to contact 15 knots south of the Nashville QR, flightable 350. Well,
Roger that, thank you. Alright, he's got us. And so we're going to be under his airspace for a little bit and get descent instructions into New York. Hopefully New York comes on by the time we get there. It would be nice to have ATC going into New York.
Southwest 541, turn right, direct, blue key, climb maintain 14,000. Okay, 650. XDI last runway 19 and center, diesel altimeter is through. Direction 2993.
If anyone can look this up, I'm desperately missing an electronic flight bag for this airplane. I would love to show you guys the charts and the SIDS and everything in this airplane instead of doing it on a computer behind the scenes. But I think somebody developed a pop-up iPad or something for it. I don't hear much about it or how good it is. I'm going to research that and see if we can get it for this airplane so I can have it next time.
1.6.
But I like having the ability to in the airplane show you everything what's going on, just like the flight factor. The flight factor just raised the level and raised the bar as far as immersion is concerned with that EFB. And I wish that
River 183 Delta Alpha, turn right.
we could have it for this plane or all planes for that matter. It would be nice. Definitely would be nice to have. I'm gonna look that up and see if I can find it. EFB for the Zibo. Next plane. And maybe I'm gonna have to bring out my programming skills and make one. Aerosim Gaming, he's a Twitch streamer also, a real world GA pilot. He designed a similar EFB for a little GA plane that he helped design. I don't see a lot about it, but it's there. Weather shift. And he had it in a cockpit and it looks very nice. And it's nice to have. Here we go. Found something. Electronic flight bag for Zibo 737. Oh, somebody's developing one. I just found a post on the org store, on the org forum. that somebody's developing EFB for the Zibo. I wonder what the status of it is. Would be nice to know. The last post on this, however, was August of 2017. The guy who's developing it says, thanks to all the people that's participating in this project, I'm working with the EFB when to be released to the public. Thank you. That was in August of last year. But he had screenshots of it. I wonder where that is now. I'm going to PM this guy and see if he's got it working, if he wants to let me help him beta test it on stream and show it off. It would be nice to have. I'd love to have that. And the pictures on it looks actually rather good. They have the EFB in the same spot I was saying, right there on the window.
Number 541E, Charlottesville, Twitter. Study Charlottesville, Twitter, 2995, advise weather on board, and if you have a spiritual bar. Alright, say again?
Can you repeat the southwest 540?
I'm at 112 Papa Charlie. I'm maintaining 17,000. Very hard slowly.
117,000 working really too much.
Papa Charlie, actually, fly heading 040. Strike cruiser here.
Heading 040 too much.
Looking at DC airspace, it's fairly busy right now. Alright, with DC airspace, we're going to get descent instructions into New York, which is good. That I appreciate. Too bad we're not going into DC today, but I wanted to go into New York. I haven't flown into New York in a while with that scenery. And the weather in New York looks like it's still bad. I'm looking at Sky Vector at the weather. Currently, weather in New York is 3 miles. Broken overcast 800.
358, which you 40,000.
The wind is 08014 knots. Okay.
Derek, I'm calling the call sign.
Let me refresh this.
AFA 358, you flight level 400,000.
Yeah, the weather in New York is nasty.
AFA 358, I'll be
Doesn't look too
closing
good at
shortly. My advisory 1.
Doesn't look good at all in New York.
Roger, see you.
LaGuardia. I think the worst part of the weather, what I'm looking at in New York, is past.
Number 541, descend to maintain.
Okay.
Right, descend to maintain.
That might work to our benefit so we can have a nice visual going in there.
Is
Or somewhat of a nice visual.
Down to 8,000.
Yeah, we'll hope and pray and see what we get.
Or 112 Bob Charlie, clear direct, then up you are, Mike, X-ray, Echo.
Right within a view.
Let's look at the scene somewhere.
Number 183 Delta Alpha, 3 miles from Bill, turn right heading 140, maintain 3,000, perhaps on local measure, clear dial left runway 17 approach into Charlottesville. 140, maintain 3,000, clear dial left approach 17.
That is gorgeous. Can't beat that scenery. That's nice.
Sorry, into Leesburg.
Even though the west coast of the U.S. is beautiful with all the mountains, East Coast not as mountainous.
Everybody in the commie, have a good day. It's well done, 558.
It still looks good from the air when you're flying over it. Still does. This is normally what I do anyway when I fly, stare out the window, look at the scenery.
Over you come. American 97, rotor contact, South.
I am practicing. Altitude 4,000.
Okay, 652, turn left, 1050, that's 844 pounds.
Heading 050 down 5,000.
We're 183 Delta Alpha, no traffic observers with the field, board item for cancellation or approach district. Frequency change is approved.
Can you repeat that for 183 Delta Alpha?
We're 183 Delta Alpha, no traffic observed between wind and field, port line for cancellation or approach district. Frequency change approved.
Alright, Port I Hawk cancellation on this frequency and frequency change approved. Have a good day. Delta.
On trail 1469, contact in Heat Center, 119.55 J.
Alright, it looks like New York approach just popped up.
Thank you.
So we're going to have ATC coverage going into LaGuardia today. Perfect. That's going to work out nicely.
Number 112 Papa Charlie, Baltimore.
It's getting better to the minute. New York approach is online. Awesome. Sweet. I like it. I like it a lot.
American 97, where are you direct to?
The only time I fly without ATC is when I get a new airplane and I want to practice on it, make sure I know what's going on. And take it for just hand flying and doing circuits in it. But 9 times out of 10 I want to have ATC coverage. Just adds that extra level of what you would call it, realism to it, or stress to it too, where you just stress out over it. What airfield is that? Look at that. That's a beautiful shot right there. That's a screenshot. But definitely having ATC coverage for me is part of my simming experience, and it's something that I like.
1 o'clock, 1 miles south, bound. Type unknown. I'll get in gate 3000.
I'm screenshotting that right there. That is beautiful.
Coverage should be no factor. Maintain visual separation.
Yeah, that's a very nice scenery. What's up, Furious Hunter 23? Welcome aboard, man. Thanks for joining today. That airport here, down here. Let's see, where is that? KRIC. That is, let's see, RIC. I'm not sure. That's a nice airport. Nice shot. I guess maybe going into New York, if the weather doesn't cooperate with us, just to get a glimpse of New York, I might just go cav OK, clear out the clouds so we can see the scenery going in. We'll see what happens.
That was 541 turn left heading.
Yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to me yet, guys. Usually give you like a 15 or 20 minute heads up when I'm about to stream, and you guys can get notification and join me on my flights, and I really appreciate it.
Okay, 52 turn right, heading 120, that's final.
Heading 120 right to final United States.
Yeah, we're flying over Virginia right now. All the rivers and stuff. This is Virginia. The Outer Banks.
Alright, 652, 6 miles from empty, turn right heading 160, maintain 4,000 until south Shumble Visor, 3rd aisle left, 7 center approach.
And 120 maintain 4,000 southeastern ILS 119 approach.
Yeah, these ortho sceneries does make longer flights easier to do. Just that because we're able to see everything. Yeah, this is pretty nice to look at versus default scenery. Yeah, look at this harbor right here, man. Jeez, that's nice.
112 Pop Charlie,
Wow.
Space, New Center, close, radar service, overhead, change group, get it?
Pre-change roof, next slope. Into 80.
First 97, I will be closing shortly, radar system mid, frequency change group.
DC Center is about to close. Come on. If you're a hunter, thanks for the
541,
subscribe, man.
1
Appreciate it.
For descent, 4,000.
And 4,000 right here in 0.
Okay.
Can you
76
confirm
miles to go
heading
to our top of
south
descent.
South Korea?
That's about 10 miles, 10 minutes from now.
And out back in.
Let's set up for a descent here. Init ref, LaGuardia, we're going to be landing full flap. Flap 40, 140 knots.
Alright, we'll do it.
We're set up for the ILS 4. ILS frequency is 110.5. Let's go ahead and put that in.
Okay, 5609, contact Indy Center, 49.55 check.
110.5 in the box. And the heading on the ILS says 046. I'll go ahead and double check that.
20 for arrival. Philly, altimeter 2999.
Descent via the core for arrival, altimeter 2999, Delta 2806. Southwest 2806, correct. Okay, we're going to be descending soon. We got descent instructions. Let me just verify here. Yeah.
Everyone, thanks. Turn right, turning to 1.
Okay, so the localizer for arrival is 1. Here we go. Yeah, 110.5, 044 on the heading. That's what I wanted to check. I'm just looking at the charts here. 44. Okay, so course set 144 and 110.50 is the ILS frequency, which is a straight-in approach into Manhattan. And hopefully we should be able to see lower Manhattan on that. Alright, understood.
Washington Center, Westman.
So, here we go. That's set up. And let's go ahead and look at the weather in New York right now.
Very, very soon. The monitor advisory 150 information.
Go back over to Sky Vector.
Thank you very much. Going back to the advisory.
Alright, and for LaGuardia, the altimeter is going to be our LaGuardia Airport. Wind is 251. Okay. The wind is 070, 12 gust to 19. Okay, so it's windy in LaGuardia. 3 miles visibility. Broken clouds at 5,000, 7,000.
And I'll be closing shortly to monitor advisory 1.
It's nasty weather in New York.
Southwest 2806. I will be closing shortly. Radar service can't get through. We've also got New York approach, which is on 128.2 whenever we get closer.
Alright, thanks very much for your services. We'll switch over to New York approach on our descent. And that is 128.12. Good day. Southwest 2806. 128.12. Let's go ahead and switch over. There we go. We're over to LaGuardia, to New York approach. Alright, let's start setting up the descent here. Above 240 at Eno. So let's reset the MPCP altitude to 240. We're in LNAV, VNAV, so it will start descending on its own, which is good, which is what I like about a Boeing. That's good. And descent in 40 miles. That's at 20 miles out. We'll bring back to speed. Altimeter in
Okay,
New
press
York
one
is
heavy,
3003.
direct. Eight.
Alright.
Sorry, say again, direct.
Alright, so altimeter is set.
Okay, press one heavy.
Recall check.
direct 80.
Everything is good on the recall there.
Direct wavy.
The land altitude
Oh, 20.
set at to 50 feet.
E1.
And let's make our announcements.
On the 403 heavy, have your clearance ready. Advise for your copy.
Understood, so for GT, ready to copy.
On the 403 heavy, cleared to the Frankfurt Airport. Forward to departure. Radar vector is Merit, Mike, Echo, Romeo, India, Tango. Then direct Putnam, Papa, Uniform, Tango. Direct Kennebunk, Echo, November, Echo. Then it's filed. Previously maintain videos are running. Maintain 3000. Departure this frequency squawk 1570.
Understand, so for GT, heavy, destination Frankfurt via Newark to departure, then Mary, then
Go ahead and
Papa,
turn off the speed into Veen.
Echo, November,
Bring back the
Echo.
speed to 0.78
Remember,
before the
maintain
descent.
3000, then squawk
And let the
will be
VNAV take over
1570.
to as low as possible. And we'll contact New York approach
40
once we get to about 18,000 feet.
Newark, California 3003. Expect runway 4 left for departure. Advisory taxi.
For GT, estimated 1003, second please runway for departure.
I will be turning on the seatbelt signs shortly.
On 403 heavy, expect runway 4 left.
Thank you.
For left departure, Delta 403 heavy.
Delta 2065, reduce 180 or less than descend and maintain 3000.
Millville meeting weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear.
New York,
Temperature
approach
9.
VNAV 15 Echo at Peterborough, looking to pick up IFS
Altimeter 3000.
What ADIS are we picking up here?
Heading Express 1 heavy, my airspace near extent is off my radar service terminated.
Okay, there we go.
Millville meeting weather. Wind calm.
Roger, we're at
Visibility
22.8,
more than
Express
10.
1 back.
Sky
There we go.
clear. Temperature 9.
Beyond 15 Echo near departure.
Unionville weather.
Altimeter
Bridge
3000.
What are we picking
65,
up?
5 miles from
There we go. Turn it off.
Green. Turn left in 070
Good.
18 2000 established on the Wolf Line.
Alright, here comes the descent. MCB altitude has been reset. We're going to use auto brake 2. Runway 4 in LaGuardia is a short runway. So we're going to set the auto brake maybe to 2 or 3. Let's see. That runway is only a 7,000 foot runway. So I've seen people go off the end of it before. Not in real life, but in the sim. So let's use auto brake 2 for now. Now we'll change it. And here comes the VNAV path for the VNAV descent. Speed's coming down nicely.
450.
And we're going
Flying
over.
100, the wind
Good to go.
09014, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
And if you look at the arrival, it's pretty straightforward. Just all the waypoints we're going to hit all the way, line up with runway 4 and land. And let's turn on the seatbelt sign too.
Beyond 15 Echo, go clear to Washington National Airport. Peterborough to departure, radar record CD, and it's filed. Maintain 3000, expect flight level 2201 from departure with 2 altitude. Partially frequency, squawk 157.
Yeah, if you're a Hunter, yeah, I don't use a yoke. I actually use a joystick to fly this airplane. And I thought about getting a yoke to fly with, however, I decided just to stick with the yoke. It's just for my desk, the way my setup is, it's easier to have the yoke there than to have a, it's easier to have a joystick there than a yoke itself. but I do fly with left hand.
5 Echo Echo, repack correctly.
I am right-handed, but I fly it the right way with the left hand, so I have a throttle on my right. That's what I use.
Definitely one departure, blazing ready to
Yeah, I was really close to getting a yoke, but I decided against it, just for that reason.
665, the LaGuardia wind 04011.
It works good. It works perfectly. No problem with it. That's what I've been practicing with. Alright, there goes my frames. Loading the scenery for New York. New York scenery takes a lot out of your computer. It really does. It is loading indefinitely. There it is, better. Scenery load over. Alright, so we are on the VNAV profile. Perfect. Speed. Send speed is good. We're heading into New York. We'll go over to New York approach here, about 18,000 feet. And we have the weather set up. Altimeter is set 3003.
Schedule 26458, radar
Recall is checked. Auto brake is set up for auto brake 2. Hopefully that should be good enough. And no drag required. Let's turn that off. New York, please squawk. Car 3, 10,000 squawk 155.1. 10,000 at Curry 1551. Okay, they contacted me. 1551.
South 112, Papa Charlie, New York. Good morning, still. Block 1555 and identity.
There we go, 1551.
Booking 144 Papa Charlie.
And New York approach, Southwest 2806, squawking 1551, cross, descended by the Curry 3 arrival, cross at 10,000 at Curry.
Southwest 26, person 2806, New York approach, good morning, radar contact, 9 miles southwest of City. The LaGuardia altimeter 3003, expect the Alex runway 4 approach.
Altimeter at LaGuardia is 3003. We'll expect the Alex 4, Delta Southwest 2806. Alright, perfect. We are set up for ILS 4.
Pop Charlie, radar contact,
and we're descending by the Curry 3. Okay. And based on the Curry 3,
Caldwell altimeter 3005, the wind variable at 5 stay approach.
10,000 at Curry is set. We go ahead and dial in 10,000. We are clear down there anyway.
Weather is perfect. 005, request on FS 04.
Alright, 10,000 at Curry.
Charlie, Roger. 904 at Caldwell.
Speaking Yarn at 04, thanks to Charlie.
Airplane 26458, direct merit.
Here, first thing on 15 Echo Echo, Rick, after on 1.
5 Echo Echo, runway 1, taxi via Lima.
Yeah, that speed at Curry is wrong. It should be 250 knots at Curry. What if I could change that? 250 knots. 10,000.
Wow, 2 Papa Charlie, 10 o'clock.
Execute.
4,000. And do you have the full weather at Caldwell?
We'll check on the end of
Alright, it's been updated, so we have a decel point before Curry.
Thank you, Bob. Sorry, just for your information, ceiling at Caldwell,
Decel at
700
Brand.
feet, about 80 feet
So
above
we'll get our speed under
north.
control there.
Top of Charlie, we'll give it a try. See, we got to what we'll give it a try if they want to try before I last.
Let me go Cabo Cave here for a sec.
And you Papa Charlie, Roger.
That's better, man. That is much better. I like real world weather, but hey. That airport there, I think, is Philly. Let's see. Yep, that's Philadelphia. Right across the river. So that's the Philadelphia airport. And downtown Philly right here. With the stadium. And the Philadelphia Eagles. They won the Super Bowl this year. Wow. Amazing. And this is the descent into New York.
Papa Charlie, cross Yoder above 2000 cleared, Arnett, runway 4, hold on.
Alright, coming up on transition altitude here, 18,000 feet. We'll switch over.
Yeah, that's Delta 2665. It's vacated the runway on the top.
Delta 2665, welcome to
Switch
LaGuardia,
over here.
off runway 13.
Transition.
And taxi the aircraft.
Yeah, that's the Philadelphia Harbor area here. And downtown. Beautiful.
Yep, the 26-450, leave my take off, centers off my radar service, terminated, change if we would have today.
Alright, seatbelt signs are on. At 10,000, we'll go ahead and flip the lights on.
Yeah, control is just had a parking on for.
And 2514 in New York, Archer, good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is an 8254 with information Lima Bay 318 to Washington to Blade.
New York, first behind 1504.
Alright, I think we're going to land with real weather on or real clouds on landing.
Yeah,
See how it is with the ILS, with the weather, the way it's supposed to be raining and stuff.
7 gust 18, runway 10.
Runway 16, takeoff, Zibo, departure. Now 15 across.
And land 2514, cleared to Washington Dulles Airport. Ease forward departure, radar vector is ease, double in transition, J6, Lima Romeo Papa, and the Delro arrival. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level.
Alright, coming up on speed restriction here.
401 minutes after departure.
Decel point for Curry, go to 250 knots. Here comes the real weather coming back in, that's fine with me. Let's see how interested it is landing in New York with weather like this. Why not? Even though it's beautiful to look outside and see.
5,000 feet and the level 240 and just under 1.5.
Man, 2514 to the D4 departure.
D4 departure for the 250.
And 2514, read back correct in the air for information. Lima is current advisory.
Advanced rate attacking with Lima at a 250. Thank you.
Alright, coming up on the decel point. And coming up on 10,000 feet here in about 1,600 feet. Maybe we might need to put in some speed brakes just to slow it down a little bit. And we'll go ahead and do that. Bring in natural speed brakes. There we go. Get our speed under control. And the cloud base is really low here. So we'll probably break out the clouds about 400 feet. Slow it down some more for 10,000. Here it comes, and get further descent instructions here soon. And we can bring on the fixed lights on for 10,000 feet. Let them know it's 10,000 feet. So stereo cockpit. There we go. And speed brakes can go back in.
Alright, 2244, New York Park, good morning. And like it.
Alright. Come ATC, give me some further instructions here so we can get lower and get landing.
Alright, 2244, stand by, clear for northwest. Southwest 2806 is the maintain
8,000 Southwest 2806. There we go. Perfect. Let's V-speed it. Take it off of VNAV and manually manage this descent.
44 have cleared to Miami International Airport. And it's 4 departure.
Still have a profile as guidance.
And it's filed. Maintain 5,000. Back by level 360. 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me. Block 154.
And let's shallow out the descent speed here so that we maintain good speed. 1,500 feet a minute should be good. See the speed climbing. Let's get some brakes out here. Get the speed back under control.
Phenom 5 Echo, Echo radar contact 2000, turn left heading 270, I'm maintain 2000.
Left 270 up to 15 Echo.
Bearing 2244, heavy read back correct information, Lima, turn all cap.
Alright, altitude acquired, 240 knots. And let's get it back down to 230. There we go. And speed brakes can go back in.
Block 2 Papa Charlie, VP, all
deal.
wall wing, bear block 5, runway 4, cleared to window. Southwest 2806, descendant maintain 7,000 and speed 210 or less.
7,000, 210 or less, Southwest 2806. Alright.
As we go.
7,000 feet to keep the descent going. Make it 1,000 feet a minute, and 210. I need some speed brakes again. Get the speed under control here. Awesome.
Phenom 5 Echo, Echo, Biggie, I'm maintaining 170.
Alright, before it gets too busy, let's just jump in here and make some announcements from the captain. There we go. Alright, 210 speed's good. Alright, level at 7,000, speed 210. And then when it gives us descent instructions again, we'll go down and make it 180 knots, slow it down some more.
Airport hold is KLGA 2514 and raise it.
And 2514, runway 4 left, has to be left Bravo. Low, cross runway 13 right.
Got traffic out there, it's busy.
04 runway 4 left, the left
Turn off the
Bravo
airport.
and cross 31 right.
And 2514, it's runway 4 left, be left Bravo, Kilo, and cross 13 right. 13 right is the cross.
The Bravo Kilo approaching 13 right for LA 200.
Yeah, bad weather in New York, man. Can't see anything. Come on. Once we get to Apple, slow it down again to 180 knots. Actually, start to slow down now. Bring out 1 notch of flaps.
Southwest 2806, descend to maintain 2,700 when able to join the 4 localizer.
2,700 when able to join the 4 localizer, Southwest 2806. Alright. Right there. Flap 1. Flap 2. Flap 5.
2 Foxtrot, welcome
So
to
that should slow us
West
down.
County. Exit the right, taxi to the ramp, have a good day.
Yeah, cancel for the other sheet. And right side Bravo, push to left.
Alright, then 2,700, we should be at green. Green right here. So we need a little bit more on the descent, as a matter of fact. Arm the VRR loc. Good to go. We're coming down nicely. Increase the descent rate. And the VRR is coming in right now. We're going to be picking it up shortly. Init RAF, our land speed is 145 we're going to be using. Alright, picked up the VOR. Localizer is locked. Arm the approach mode. Good to go. We are below the glide, which is good. Can't see anything outside, man. And reduce the descent rate here, so the speed can come back nicely.
Your approach Delta 2674, we're looking at stiff fire IFR clearance to Boston as file. Over the warning.
Bring back the speed also.
Go,
And we are about
4.
12 miles, let's see, about 15 miles out at this point.
Afternoon now. Big Boston Logan Airport with actually 10 to 6 departure.
Speed's
Radar
coming back
vectors
nicely.
generic, and the robust 3 arrival. Time BSD, departure this region, clock 15.
And we are established on the localizer. Below the glide. Just need to get our speed back a little bit. Bring out a little bit of the speed brakes, get that under control. And we are currently at flap 5. We're going to go flap 15, then flap 25, and bring down the gears.
And your approach, Delta 2074, clear to Boston.
Second notch of flaps.
6 departure, merit transition, and robust 3,
Speed's coming down nice.
1570. All 2674, repack correct, field boarding wind 060 at 1. York 060 at 17, expect runway 13 departure, call back.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring on all the lights here. Continuous.
1,000 to go.
Cabin crew, please prepare.
Yeah, 5X left to leave my airspace, off, correction year, extended off
Outside
my
temperature is what? 4C. We're above freezing goods.
All of you for flying with us today.
What are you
We
found?
appreciate the
Thank you.
business and we hope to
One
see
side
you
echo,
again
so.
soon. Thank you.
Southwest 2806, the 41060 at 17, runway 42.
Runway 4 clear to land, Southwest 2806. We are in the clouds. Gonna land at 145. Good deal.
Alright, 2244 heavy. Can you just check your transponder code? Should be 1564. I show you on 1200 right now. Alright, 2244 heavy, thank you very much. Runway 4 left, taxi via left bow, kilo, cross runway
Alright,
1.
so let's arm the speed brakes. Speed brakes arm. Lights on. And we're going to set our speed here, final approach speed.
Alright, 2244 heavy, runway 4 left, taxi via left on Bravo, kilo, and cross runway 12 right.
Here comes the glide slope coming in. And once we get 5 miles out, we'll set to final approach speed, which is 145 knots. And you know what? I'm going to go auto brake 3. It is a short runway and we're kind of heavy.
The approach, good morning, Delta
You got moisture out there. Let's put on the windshield wipers. To low.
Delta 2673, your departure, good afternoon. Cleared to Boston Logan Airport. 10 is 6 departure. Radar vector to Merritt, Robo 311. I'm BS.
Hey, Furious Hunter 23, thanks for the subscribe, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for following.
Alright, clear to Boston, 10 is 6, departure, radar vectors.
Alright. Let's bring the speed back.
Delta 2673, squawk 1567, 1557.
Flap 25, gear down.
Delta 2673,
As a matter of fact, let's bring back the final approach speed, 145.
000. Expect runway 12 departure.
30000
Flat
and
30.
13 for departure, 26
Good evening, New York approach. 9497 on the ground at New York International. Flying on to
Flap 40, we are landing.
Okay, 497, your departure, good afternoon. Stand by clearance.
Ooh, look at it, it's clearing up. Oh, and there is Lower Manhattan. Wow. There it is, folks. Broke out the clouds. World Trade Center, Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, Statue of Liberty. That is gorgeous. I should be paying attention to flying, but I have to just look at the scenery here. And we got lights. We are landing on the ILS in New York. Beautiful. Got a glimpse of New York.
Aircraft tuning
Awesome.
information light down. Currently altimeter 000.
Alright, on speed, on target. It is raining in New York, as proposed before. This is runway 4, we're landing.
Syracuse International Airport. Newark to departure. Radar vectors Gale, that's Golf, Alpha, Yankee, Echo, Lima. Q818 minutes filed. Maintain 3000. That's flight level 3601 departure. Departure this frequency is block 1561.
Alright, wish me luck on this landing. We are the outer marker.
Okay, United 497 question. Let's go New York to departure.
IMC.
Then direct vectors to Gale.
And here's the airport. Upper Manhattan. Central Park is here. Here's the Empire State Building right there.
997. Expect runway 4 left departure.
1,000 checks. Disconnect the autopilot at 500 feet.
4 left for departure and 299.
Alright, go ahead and take over now.
New York, good afternoon. Virgin 127 Heavy, possible for level.
Autopilot off. Auto throttle off. We got control of the airplane.
Version 127, heavy radar contact.
Let's get a good
5
landing
miles
going
west of
here.
Park. Any information might current. Expect galley runway 4-way.
A little bit low on the glide.
Have Mike on board with it. Like 04 line, Virgin 127.
Alright, 2244 heavy cross.
Still a little bit low. But we got a steep descent going in here. We're visual. We're not using the lights anymore. And we got a straight on headwind. Very short runway, so we got to get hard on the brakes here.
Version 127 heavy, just verify. You are crossing.
Wow, we bounced it. Wow. Not a good landing at all. Bring out the speed brakes, get it down, get it stopped. That was a bad landing. Auto brakes off, we'll roll it out. At 11 knot wind here, and exit right here. You know what?
Southwest 2806, welcome to LaGuardia. Exit to the right, taxi to the ramp. Have a good day.
Exit right here, taxi to the ramp, have a nice day, thanks for your services. Southwest 2806. Alright guys, sorry about that. That landing was terrible, but we got it down anyway. I haven't landed here in a while, man. Came up quick on us. Alright, get the APU going. Start bringing the flaps up. And taxi to the gate. Bring the speed brakes in. We can lose the terrain radar. Weather radar. Auto brakes we can bring back. And go to our gate. Yeah, I almost lost it there on that landing. Surprised I recovered it. And bring the lights in. Leave the taxi lights on. Alright, APU gens are available. Switch over.
2244 heavy, fly heading 100. The Kennedy wing
bleeds on. Good.
Runway 4 left.
We can turn off the pitot heat and the windows, I think. Temperature in New York is what? 4 degrees. I think we still need a window heat here before it starts getting fogged up. Alright guys, welcome to LaGuardia. Welcome to New York City. Our flight time we did today was 1 hour and 37 minutes. Flight time said 1:40, so we did good. And for those of you just joining me, this is the Zibo 738 with the RG mod. And the F mods sound well worth it. All of it, all the way around. And it's a beautiful airplane to fly and use. And we're going to pull into the gate here to our left. There's no order gate on the for his wicked design New York airports. I think he just updated these airports to new models. I'm gonna have to check those out. See if they have AutoGate now, if they're worth it. Turn off the taxi lights. And bring it in for... There we go. Good to go at the gates. Parking brakes can set. Engines can shut down. Seatbelt signs can come off. Anti-collision off. Strobes can come off. And we can kill the wipers. Good to go. And the lights off.
Speedbird Junior approach. Helicopter employee.
Alright, welcome to New York, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry you weren't able to see more of the scenery here. And should I even replay that landing? That was a terrible landing.
Region 127, heavy enemy behind south.
But let me clear up the weather here so you guys can see this New York scenery. Let's do that.